Chat, YouTube, it's deck tech time. This time for a little bit of Bant Blink. It's got 4 copies of Ephemerate to go with our 4 Solitudes and our 4 Riddlers and our 4 Subtleties, although you don't really want to Ephemerate Subtlety very often. We got 3 copies of Orim's Chant, 1 Phelia, 4 Birthing Rituals. Birthing Ritual, you can turn Quantum Riddler into Solitude. You can turn anything into anything, really. Kind of interesting, right? We got 1 Nissa. There's a surprising elastic of 2 drops to turn into like Helga and whatnot, but you can turn Risen Reef into Subtlety and then Subtlety into Riddler as well. And we got 1 copy of Nissa for our elementals, a couple copies of Eternal Witness to return Chant or Ephemerate. You can kind of lock your opponent out with Eternal Witness, Ephemerate, and Orim's Chant. We got 4 Risen Reefs, 3 copies of Helga whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, you draw a card, put a counter on a gain of life. 4 Subtleties, some Prismatic Endings for removal, a couple copies of Witch Enchanter as an MDFC, and then Solitude. Mana base wise, it's pretty stock Bant mana base. We got 1 Hedge Maze, 1 Meticulous Archive, 1 Lush Portico, 1 of each of the Surveils, a couple copies of Witch Enchanter, 1 Basic Island, Basic Plains, Basic Forest, nothing crazy. Sideboard, 3 copies of Consign for Eldrazi, 1 Nature's Claim for Artifact Enchantment Destruction, a couple copies of White Orchid Phantom for Urza Saga, a couple copies of Force of Negation for the combo decks, Endurance for Graveyard Hate, Fade from History, which is an interesting one that I don't see too often, but it's pretty much like a Shatterstorm style effect. An additional Prismatic Ending and a couple copies of Wrath Disguise for another sweeper. Let's try it. I'll miss you, Energy Belcher. There's a surprising lack of 2 drops in this list. But I guess you just want to go Birthing Ritual and then turn 3 Risen Reef into Subtlety into Riddler. Or Birthing Ritual, Riddler, Solitude, Subtlety, whatever. Or Riddler into Riddler. Yeah, it's kind of like Beans. It's Beans, but also a mana dork. Give this a go. It's got the Riddler in it. How bad could it be? Now we just need to surveil Ephemerate on top. Wall of Omens, Wall of Blossoms, and Arcades. Oh. And then Riddler can attack for 6 in the air. Play Misty Sago. It's the latter. Almost certainly just throw a bunch of cards in your sideboard and hope it works out. We're going to try to surveil Ephemerate again. So we're going to get Lush Portico here. Although Helga might not be so bad either. If we see Helga on top. I guess if I see Helga on top, I can bring it back with Eternal Witness anyways. Opponent bin to Fatal Push. Portico. We do see an Ephemerate. Cast the Riddler, see if they have Counterspell. We're going to pick it back up with Eternal Witness. See if they have another Counterspell for Eternal Witness. Not Scours themselves. Stern Scolding. Brutal. Alright, we're going to cast another Eternal Witness. Eternal Witness again. Can you stop? I would like to resolve a spell. Alright, we're not resolving a spell. Alright, 3 counter spells down and 1 Stern Scolding. Kill the frog. Force of Negation. Kill the frog. If they play a Murktide, we might have to Subtlety it. Probably have to Subtlety it if they play Murktide. Problem is we don't have an answer to the Murktide coming down the next turn anyways. They only made it a 5/5, so I'm just gonna let it resolve. Kind of crazy that our opponents just had like nothing but gas this game. So many counter spells. Alright, let's just pass back. Ideally, we flash in Subtlety at the end step. Or if they cast a creature here like a frog. I mean, of course they're having a meltdown. It's like 49% of the meta. Opponent needs to stop having stuff. Not a big fan of them having stuff. Alright, well, surely they don't have the fourth counter spell, right? Hopefully I could turn one of these into a Solitude. Or Riddler. Solitude it is. Eyeball. Alright, now we hit the Riddler, right? Another Solitude. Flips Ketramos face up. I'm gonna kick a Chant on him, so that way we don't take 4 damage here. Okay, we whiffed off that one. And this one, we found a Riddler. It's not bad. We're gonna take 4 down to 4 here, though. Wow, they played Spurific Springs. We're down to a single Solitude left, also. Opponent doing way too many things and stuff over there. Give the deck a shuffle. Also play Helga and pass. Look at the card. Look at the frog. Counterspell. Number 4. Or we could sack Riddler for a Riddler. Survive! Look at the card. No, Risen Reef. I'm pitching the Subtlety so fast. Look at the card, chat. We do not have an endurance. Alright. We might be decking out for real. Riddler. Draw 2. I didn't leave up the right mana. Yeah, see the whole deck every end step. Ketramos. Yay. I was kind of afraid of decking out. We do have some endurances in our sideboard, and I think we're going to bring all 3 of them in. I actually can't believe we won that game. Get Chant out of the deck. I think I want another pending, maybe. Pretty baffled we won that game after our opponent's curve. That's because that blue-black deck is just... Holy schmoly, that blue-black deck. I think you know my opinion on that deck, chat. I also have a great opinion on the raid from Doomwick. Thank you, Doomwick. I appreciate the raid. I hope you had a wonderful time playing against VV Cauldron. Can we put a cool creature in like a Frost Titan? Best I can do is Riddler for Riddler. AI slop deck list. That's every Riddler deck. I hate to break it to you. Every Riddler deck looks like AI slop. So shocked that we won that game. They had all 4 counter spells. Murktide, Oculus ×2, and and Ketrabos, and they still got whooped. Did I update the deck list? Arden, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. I boarded one of the Witch Enchanters out because it's not very good in this matchup. Did I not pay out the prediction either? I didn't pay out the prediction. Pay out the doubters. This breeding pool keeps catching me off guard. This might be one of my least favorite breeding pool arts. I feel like there's too much going on in this artwork. Oh, I just moved it over myself. With best deck in the format, finished 3-2. Which is like, you know. It was only a matter of time that we stopped running hot. Yeah, Edge of Eternity's breeding pool. Maybe double green. I think I get Lush Portico. I'm gonna leave that on top as a flash threat. Yeah, I like my magic cards to have absolutely no resemblance to what they're actually named after. Binzanaki. Goodbye, Endurance. Yeah, it's like no 2-drops for a Birthing Ritual deck, which is kind of crazy too. I mean, they gotta take Endurance, right? They took the Riddler. We played Mini. I don't know if you remember, but I was on Red Black Reanimator. Oh, hell yeah. Vaguely. Spell Snare. I play a lot of tournaments, so they all kind of blend together. Goodbye, Subtlety. And endurance. Oh, we got frog on lock at least. Thanks, J Shoes. I appreciate that. Got you hooked on the Bob Ross sleeves. They are pretty nice. If they were less expensive, I'd use them more. Humble brag. I play so many turns. Is that a humble brag? I'd like to kill your frog. Man. I'm gonna die to this frog. Yo, let's leave like the prime of the 3 months. Appreciate ya. Yeah, if I won every tournament, I'd be like, I just win every tournament. So now I don't remember playing as any of you. Because I don't see any of you at the top. Discard Strategic Betrayal, plays an Aki. That is true. It's not true. I do see a lot of the homies at the top. No. Gonna die to Frog Aki. Yeah, Ian's probably gonna be player of the year this year. If I had to guess. They did that same thing to me the last game too. Yeah, he doesn't play all these Rizzler soup decks though. He's not the people's champion. Nope. His hand's not much better. I think we gotta keep it though. Probably gonna get thought seized. How many lands is this deck playing? It feels like 10,000. 23. Hey, we got one of each pitch spell. We're doing it. Pitch spell, pitch spell, pitch spell. I can't actually pitch any of them. It's like Omnathless Omnath. Takes endurance, that makes sense. Surveil. Leave Helga on top. Try to cast Helga, watch Helga get fatal pushed. Be sad for Helga. Move on. I'm gonna grab a forest. RIP Helga. One of the good ones. Oh, Helga's not getting fatal pushed. Well, that can't be right. Helga's alive. Bonus in kind of a weird spot now. I don't think I really have to do too much either. I just pass again. Man, I don't really want to lose Helga. I'm gonna cast Subtlety and at least get my card off of Subtlety. I got 4 cards in hand and they're still repping Counterspell. We'll lead on the Birthing Ritual, see if they want to Counterspell Birthing Ritual. That was the card that killed them last game. Play the Risen Reef and then they'll Counterspell that. I think their plan is to not let me have any creatures for the rest of the game. But I think I can sneak the Solitude in somewhere. They don't have the Solitude as well. Cycles another Unearth. What should I play for the RCQ season? Leading Demir. You have the most reps with it besides blue-white control. I would not recommend playing blue-white control. Oh, it's standard, right? I don't know. I know nothing about standard. I was thinking about modern. Just play, yeah, just play VV. Heard that VV deck's pretty good. Look at the card. Look at the card. Look at the card. Replicate, consign. My Risen Reefs. Oh, Eternal Witness. It's also Endurance. I kind of just want to Endurance them. Look at the card. I own the entire Cauldron deck. What should I play instead? You should play green-white Tough Cookie. That's what Timmy would want. Green-white Tough Cookie. Ooh, Ephemerate. Timmy loses me all of my play points. Riddler! Draw 2. Counterspell is such a bad card. Confirmed. So much drawn. Why is there so much drawn? I don't really want a Temple Garden. Doesn't imprint anything. Mind Stone map. Let's get Hedge Maze. Hedge Maze. No more lands. It's all lands. Helga go. Why are you ephemerating a map? Oh no, BSB. We're gonna have to call you Old Snap Old. Chant, huh? Trigger Helga. Draw 2. My eyes are getting kind of bad too. They've been slowly deteriorating over the past like 4 years. Well, I guess technically the past 26 years, but she. What a good draw. I don't want an Eternal Witness back. Oh, I can't even Eternal Witness this turn. Can only use this to cast 3+ whatever. Four plus. You draw a lot of cards this turn. That was pretty sweet. Rebound it on the Riddler. 1 card. 2 cards. 3 cards? All the cards. Let's Eternal Witness, and we're gonna pick up Ephemerate. And we're gonna Kozilek's command. You wouldn't Kozilek a command now, would you? My Helga. Get another card off the Helga. Alright, we're kind of out of gas here, though. If they have something like Ugin, we might be in a little bit of trouble, so we're going to try to kill him as fast as possible. I think that's fine. Killing fast with Bant, touche. It's a lot of lands. You know how I feel about all these lands. I feel like we should have gotten most of these out of the deck by now, because there's 6 in our graveyard. Many, many lands. Let's get Annie. How you doing? I suppose the good news is that we have lethal in the air next turn. They're probably gonna have something with a cast trigger and exile my Riddler. But if they play like a Sire of the Seven Deaths and they get Subtlety, they're gonna lose. What would it take for you to play Titan at the Pro Tour? Somebody has to sit down and explain it to me like I'm 5. That's my beef with Canada. The face-to-face deck is bad. Buying a plane ticket right now. I think they just did. It was like an Esper Kaito Quantum Riddler frog deck, but it has no way of scamming Quantum Riddler. It's just playing Quantum Riddler as like 2 mana, think twice. You're dead in the air, opponent. Magic the get. Alright, we got 3 copies of Consign, 2 White Orchid Phantom, Chant out because of Kozilek's command. Anything that has instant speed stuff, we have to take Chant out against, I think. Because it's really only here for like Chant plus Eternal Witness Ephemerate loops. I think I want to drop like 2 Solitude. Maybe the Eternal Witnesses. I think the Pennies are good for map. Map and Mindstone and whatnot. I probably want that Nature's Claim also. I didn't even see that Nature's Claim until I hit submit. I had Nature's Claim blindness. Dan's really slow. I don't know if I can keep this chat. I don't think it's good enough. Dan's a little bit better. I think that first hand just gives them too much time. I mean, this deck in general kind of gives them too much time, but you know. Coming out here, raking the flesh. Doesn't attack with the flesh raker. They do have Kozilek's Command X too, but if they want to Kozilek's Command the dog, it is what it is. They are going to Kozilek's Command the dog, spoiler. I'm real sick of this Kozilek's Command card. Oh, you making me so mad, Kozilek's Command. Helga go. I think we're going to be going to game 3. I think we are big Dedge as well. Brick, I made it to Tron on Monday, by the way. I do miss Sephiroth. Fleshraker Sephiroth was so sweet. I'm just going to scoop. Feel like I'm never beating that in a million years. Let's bring back one Eternal Witness. I almost want to cut a land. There's so many lands in this deck. You know what? I am going to cut a land. I think 23 is quite a bit. Reveals Devour. But I'm also of the opinion that Energy's playing too many lands as well. I think Energy decks that are playing like 23 lands are just off the goop. Everyone should cut a basic, all part of your mono white land destruction plan. Zoo's playing 23. It's just so many. Why do you need that many? What's up, Nesco? How you doing? I do hate casting my spells. Just another day playing Grixis. Oh, so you're suffering. It is what it is. That's my motto. You don't think it'd be like that, but it do. Sire, oh, the 7 deaths. Karn, oh, the great creator. I think if I reduce my hand size, and then maybe this Riddler will be really good. What's Karn on the top? Let's go fetch Island, play Phelia, main phase, and then warp the Riddler, draw 2. Oh, great googly moogly. Well, hopefully we turn Riddler into another Riddler. Guess I'll take a Subtlety. We could potentially turn Subtlety into another Riddler. I could also Ephemerate Subtlety. It's better than having the Riddler here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kozilek's command for 1,000,000. Or is this just like Devour of Destiny? Plus in the card, huh? White Orchid Phantom was a pretty good draw. I wish I had one more white source though, so I could go White Orchid Phantom Ephemerate. Wait, they plus Karn and then let it die. I don't know if that was the move. I don't know if I want any of these. I think I just say no. No, because I have this Ephemerate for White Orchid Phantom. I'd have to sack Subtlety to turn it into Helga, but if I keep the Subtlety around, I could turn it into Riddler later, right? I also don't have anything that's 4+ in my hand, so I'm not going to draw cards off of Helga. Birthing Ritual down. Look at the cards. Oh, it's got a lot of lands over there. Look at the card. Witch Enchanter. Solitude the Devourer. Another White Orchid Phantom's not too bad. Another Ephemerate's not too bad. Kill the Temple. Scoop. Kill the Temple, scoop. Somehow there's apparently no really good 6-drops to Birthing Ritual into. Best you can get is Titans. I'm gonna get Frost Titan. I guess Grave Titan's probably the best one. Is turn 3 Grave Titan good enough for Modern? Probably not. Boiler Bilges. I don't know if that's good enough either. Should have gotten blue-green here. Could play Disciple of Freyles. It's not a bad one. The Vestige. Vestige, not too good. More Birthing Rituals, more power. The dog. Think I'm gonna have to pitch my Solitude here, aren't I? I would like to have to not pitch my Solitude, but if they play Overlord, we probably have to. Probably just picks up the Bowmaster. So I could get greedy and I could wait for a white card and then try to Solitude if I rate both of these, but if they have their own Solitude, I get blown out. I think we just do this and hope for the best. Looks like they have an Ephemerate. Alright, let's turn this into Subtlety. And then we'll turn this into, I guess, Riddler. Build your own Riddler. Too bad they are gonna get an Overlord here. 3 to 4 to 5. I don't think I can let them Solitude the Riddler. What? Drown in the lock? That's unhinged. Yeah, at least they can't Solitude my Riddler this turn. It's actually so fucking crazy. I've never seen Drown in the Lock in this deck. Another Drown in the Lock. Or did they just drown Riddler? I have no idea. But if they drowned Riddler, it would have pretty much been dead. Returns Recruiter of the Guard. I guess they don't have Solitude because they probably would have used Solitude if they had it. Save this on top. Trigger number 1. Solitude you. Solitude you. Nope. Shh, 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 shh. It's gonna be okay, opponent. It's gonna be okay. Are they flashing in 2 Bowmasters? Holy Christ. A Chant kind of backfired. Solitude pitching Recruiter of the Guard. See what else they have. Nothing. Play Nissa. Goodbye, Nissa. I'm like out of Solitudes. No, my birthing ritual. Might have been my last Solitude. I can't really Riddler because of double Bowmaster. A sack you, turn you into Witch Enchanter. I can't take a Riddler. Can I? I only get 2 triggers off of it. Maybe I can take a Riddler. Well, that was really good. I think we just passed though. Maybe we wait for them to make a bad attack. Yeah, that was a really good draw. Sphinx does not care for stupid orcs. I just let that happen. I think they have Drown in the Lock. I think I kind of have to do this regardless. Try to kill both the Bowmasters. Bowmaster kind of hoses us. And we can kill Avid Interrupter as well. I gotta pay 2 for this though. Value's too much. It's a lot of value. Pushes Nissa. We don't have much left in our deck, sadly. Oh, Eternal Witness. Eternal Witness, return Ephemerate. And then we'll Eternal Witness, return Eternal Witness. Yeah, Riddler counts for your draw for turn as well. On us not warping the Riddler. Yeah, we do have the lock, but they can operate at instant speed, kind of. But we are going to E-Wit back Orim's Chant here. Alright, this scoop. Wow. Another game I didn't think we were going to win. I kind of want 2 Endurances in the deck, I think. Maybe we take it over the Chance, over Eternal Witness. It's got 1 Eternal Witness. You're tempting me with those cards. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to be playing this deck for forever. Slowest deck in the format. Not true, but close. Although this deck does go over the top of a lot of other decks. I think I want to cut Risen Reef because they have Bowmasters. Risen Reef not too good in no Orcish Bowmaster. Why are they playing Drowned Lock? That's what I don't understand. I wonder what made them look at Drowned Lock and be like, yep, this is it. This is the secret sauce. Yeah, friends don't let friends play Bant Blink. You're just gonna have to trust me on this one. Just like how friends don't let friends play Grixis Reanimator. But, you know, BFG and I aren't friends, so I let him do whatever he wants. I hope you heard that. Overlord of the Baelmerk. Phelia Bowmaster. Restoration Angel come back. It's not Innistrad standard anymore. Resto's done for him. Sometimes you have to let somebody stumble so they learn. Sometimes you just have to push them. So they have an Orcish Bowmasters in their hand. Do I care about Orcish Bowmasters? Not really. Wow, they didn't even Bowmasters. They were just like, nah, it's fine. They must have Phelia here then. Alright, let's look at the top. If we find another Riddler, we don't have to spend the Ephemerate. We did find another Riddler. She. I got a beef with every streamer. Somebody's got to be the heel streamer. I do have to play around Drown in the Lock, so at the beginning of combat, we're going to Nature's Claim. If they have Drown in the Lock, I have to Solitude the dog. Might have to Solitude the dog anyways. Actually, I'm going to let the dog attack. I want to see what they target. I kind of feel like they have Ephemerate. What's up, Lily? How you doing? Don't misspell Riddler in an SUG stream. Don't abbreviate Thing in the Ice either. They get real mad about that. I'm just going to let this happen. Yeah, somebody flips a Thing in the Ice and suddenly I'm banned. Make it make sense. What are they repping here? It's not Bowmasters. Maybe another Phelia? Turn this into Helga. Yeah, but that's on Drowned mana. The reason we turn this into Helga is because we know they have a Bowmaster in their hand also. Yeah, they're not... They tap their black mana, so... Wrath for 3. I think we're just gonna pick up Birthing Ritual with Eternal Witness and then replay it. I don't know if there's a reason to do anything else, really. We just undid the Wrath Disguise. That's what I said. Breeding Pool does not look good. Could I have also cast Nissa? I think I was one short of also casting Nissa. Witch Enchanter. How you doing, Grass? Another one. You could have chosen any other artwork. Yeah, but it takes a lot of time. It's not worth it. I could turn my Riddler into a Solitude and then Solitude the Riddler. But I think I'm just chilling. Honestly, I think the rituals are probably the best part of this deck. I think if I were to build this deck over, I'd probably just try to maximize ritual more than anything else and play like the blue-green ritual list. It doesn't seem like the Nissa Risen Reef stuff is all that effective. Four color Omnath ain't what it used to be. Returns Orcish Bowmasters. Waffle Stomp, thank you for the follow. We gotta think. So now I have two Bowmasters. I have to once again decide, do I care about Bowmaster? To which I think the answer is still probably no. Pings me. Pings me. They fetch, I'm gonna Ephemerate the Solitude. Could turn Helga into a Witch Enchanter and blow up the Overlord. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Not sure Helga's getting too much more value here. We're at a pretty interesting board stall. Yeah, we are gonna endurance ourselves at some point. This game's gonna go on for quite a bit longer, I think. How you doing, Hotachi? Modern is the turn 33 format. I would like to Solitude your Riddler. I heard good things about that movie. I don't even know the premise of it, but I heard it was really good. Did you think the what? Did you think the what was what? There's Recruiter on the bottom. Flicker Wisp, Solitude. I like how your question got ignored. So funny. Ephemerate, Solitude. Solitude. Bowmaster. Or Solitude. Let's do Bowmaster. I think we're going to find one copy of Endurance here. So I'm going to float green, green. And then we're going to Endurance ourselves. We haven't missed the land drop. We're kind of nice. Kind of nice with it, aren't we? I think I just let this happen. Could take another Solitude. Solitude Flicker Wisp. We'll put Helga into play one day. Not on my watch. I'm really hating Solitude. Wow, that was my shoulder that just popped. Witch Enchanter. Nope. I'm actually out of fetchables, but I'll play my lands so I have 10 lands on turn 10. Still have never missed my land drop. Actually, I might have a land now to go get. I don't think I do. I don't think I endurance any lands back into my deck. We'll go check. Oh, I have a Lush Portico. Let's go. Let's get white. Got a Subtlety. I think I'm good on the dog. The Rizzler is here. Finally have a flying attacker. Oh, 11 lands on turn 11. Are we just... This is game 2? Yeah, we have no more fetchables, but... Oh, 12 lands on turn 12. Opponent says, I really hate Birthing Ritual. Sorry, opponent. Who's the beatdown? Deck needs less lands in it, that's what I'm saying. Bye, Subtlety. Hello, Riddler. Finally got him under 20. We're about to have every Riddler in play. Frog. I think I'm supposed to play the other frog, too. Well, no, I've got to consign this. Oh, my opponent wasn't happy. They said GG's champ. I am a champ. Thanks, opponent. Checkmate. Literally unplayable. Oh, we're going to get him with a Witch Enchanter. Never mind. Claws of Gix Weapons Manufacturing. Oh, shit. Opponent's a gamer. Weapons Manufacturing is such a difficult card to make work. Because you're also just a victim of Wrath of the Skies, always. My kingdom for somebody to play Fracturing Gust. Funny enough, we have a Fade from History. Does that count? I think we just pick up Birthing Ritual with Eternal Witness. Can't get Fade from History with Glittering Wish. Oh man, you're so right. We gotta reassess. What do we tutor for? Second clause. There are no laws. Well, you got the claws of gigs. Yeah, I mean, weapons manufacturing is such a victim of Wrath Disguise. It's kind of unreal. The only benefit of playing weapons manufacturing is that if you make enough of these things and then they wrath you, it's not that big of a deal. Because you just get to dome them for a bajillion. Just cast Ultima. Alright, this one I probably have to Subtlety. Man, we're kind of cooked. But they'd be dead at one Wrath Disguise, which is crazy. Can I cut them off a blue mana? No, because they have this Emery. I think I Prismatic Ending Claws. Play Birthing Ritual and then chant them. Take a Subtlety so that we can start chaining up here. Nah, I got it unlocked, don't you worry. It's a lot of sagas. That's the 13-13. Do you think they have another? I'm surprised they didn't put the boots on this and attack me. Do they have another Closet Gigs? I even blow up the boots. So I can't really beat another Closet Gigs. I think we blow up the boots. They're probably gonna get a Shadow Spear though. Yeah, words that have never been uttered before. I can never beat another Closet Gigs. It's E-Whip for another E-Whip. I imagine they're probably playing two because their entire deck's built around this card. Shadow Spear will be a problem as well. Who's Magnetic King engineered explosives? Oh, you can't tutor that off Urza Saga. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to return Chant and just try to buy more time here. Yeah, it might be dead to the Shadow Spear. Probably gonna have to block with Subtlety. It's also the slim. Oh no, I'm just dead, right? I am actually just dead. I forgot they had a bunch of flyers too. Damn. Alright, Rat Disguise. Pending. Fade. If we got another turn, maybe we could like Chant loop them. And win that way. think we take the Nissa, the Phelia. Helga seems kind of fine. Subtlety's probably a little bit weak. I think I like the Birthing Rituals too much. It's got a couple of Risen Reefs. We gotta find our rats in this matchup. I also think Chant looping Affinity is pretty decent. It only soft counters Rat this guys if they have like 10 tokens out. It requires a lot. Could also bring in White Orchid Phantom maybe for the Urza Sagas. Nope. Oh, we got Fade from History. I've been asking for Baleful Strix in Modern. I also think Fire Covenant would be a good inclusion into Modern. But Baleful Strix is so innocent. Like, why not? Fire Covenant X Screaming Nemesis. I also think Pernicious D could be okay. Or like Gerard's Verdict. All the bad legacy cards could come to Modern and they'd all be fine. Oh no, Darksteel Citadel. Magus to the Moon. I gotta draw a Solitude. Let's see if we can do it. Solitude. Despair. 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got one turn. Solitude. Mo. Sounds pretty good. I think we put back Helga. Thanks for gifting a sub to Phil. Crack up. Put a mulligan to two very few. Boo. What, you can't believe that I would deliver it like that? After I said their name like I said it? Parsed it in a very specific way? We're gonna get the ugly breeding pool here. Just gonna hurt my soul a little bit. Marionette Apprentice. I wonder if they're playing Sammy Whammy. Samuel Wise. Ugly breeding pool feels bad, man. I feel like I'm so short today. I don't know what happened. I feel like my camera position is shorter than normal. Am I shrinking? I must be shrinking. Draw a card. Hey, that's a good card to draw. Attack, flicker. Yeah, all the chat's getting taller. I think we're in the Solitude waiting room. Oh shoot, they're bringing the law. There ain't no laws. Ain't no laws when you have Ephemerate. Question is, do I pending the young wolf? Might as well, I guess. Yeah, some strange cards have been played against me today. I'm not really sure what to make of it. In trade, that's fine. We have actually infinite resources. They were just subtlety stuff just to try to empty our hands so that we could draw more with Riddler. Yeah, our land drops. You can stack them. You get to choose which order they happen in. Could return Ephemerate. Yeah, I guess I return Ephemerate. Attack with Riddler. Ephemerate, the Eternal Witness. Pick up who knows what. Probably a white card so I could pitch it to kill this. Okay, they just scooped. Against this deck, I think I want Wrath Disguise, Prismatic Ending. Endurance seems fine. Although Endurance isn't that good, because if they have multiple foods, they can still combo me. Chant out. Probably EoE out as well. And then maybe Nissa too. A good old Ephemerate Eternal Witness. By the way, chat, tomorrow is the last day of our Factor sponsorship for this month. So if you're still considering maybe waffling back and forth, do I want to try Factor? Well, you can get 50% off your first box and free shipping if you click on my link and sign up for Factor. Also, it helps the stream out a lot. Mulligan. I can put this back. You got Nadu at home. Nadu at home. Damn, it's not that good. The hand got a little bit better. I'd see the birthing ritual into. Maybe Apprentice. The goose. And get the cat back now. Don't want Helga. Found a Solitude. Maybe just pass. I got the cat back. I could endurance them. I don't know if that's super productive either. Samuel Wamuel. I think I subtlety this. Seems like they're having some mana issues. Another goose. They don't know I too am having mana issues though. If I white card Solitude Ephemerate should be pretty good here. If we don't find white card, I guess we could Riddler. If we draw a land, we can like Riddler Ephemerate maybe. Here's a white card. I kind of don't want to let them untap. I can just do this now. If I let them untap, then they have Quarter Calling and access to other stuff. So many geese. I saw this Ephemerate on rebound, so I'm a little bit surprised they brought back the Cauldron Familiar, but maybe they're hoping to sack for top land or something. Or they have Quarter Calling. They probably have Quarter Calling. I'm gonna go Cord for a sack outlet. So maybe I should hit Gilded Goose instead. If I hit Gilded Goose, it forces them to Cord for 1 right now. And then probably Cord for Viscera Seer. We're in a not great spot. But if we draw a land, then Riddler can draw 2 for us at least. Taking out Haywire Might's better if we're afraid of their, or if we have our own Birthing Ritual, but we don't have our own Birthing Ritual. Yeah. Alright. Pass. Draws have been hella awkward this game. Kinda getting outground by Cauldron Familiar Birthing Ritual. Might be going to a game 3. Marionette Apprentice. Not the worst draw. Try to stop him from getting infinite value. Here's Cord. Go Cord, grab Sammy. If they have a Viscera Seer, then we're gonna have to Subtlety it. If they just have Quarter Calling, we're dead. Feels like this game we didn't draw any lands, just drew a bunch of pitch spells and not even the right color of cards to go with their pitch spells. Alright, they do have the Cord. We'll scoop. Maybe I want Nature's Claim. It feels a little weird to bring in Nature's Claim here. Or 1 less endurance. Yeah, we were pretty dead. We just had nothing going on. No fast clock. No nothing. That's the problem with playing all these like pitch elementals in one deck, is that you'll just draw like 1 endurance, 1 subtlety, 1 solitude, and it's gonna look really clunky and awkward. Gilded Goose. I don't really want that. Problem card is here. Oh, we also have the problem card, though. I think we're going to use a Subtlety on whatever they cast here. I don't know if I'm pitching Riddler or I'm pitching the other Subtlety, though. I think I'm pitching Riddler because I have Risen Reef out. Oh, there's not even casting anything. Well, that makes my decision pretty easy. No. Sorry, Helga. Riddler Part 2. I think I pitched the Riddler and keep the other Subtlety. Yeah, I think Helga's probably the weakest card in the deck. Maybe Nissa. It's probably Nissa then Helga. I don't really care for him. I think you just want to be hyper-focused on being a Birthing Ritual deck, though. Seems like where most of the power comes in this deck. Oh, that's a scary card to see. Kind of seems like they're secretly on Nadu. Now we're gonna time walk him with these two subtleties. Because they're gonna draw Samwise, cast Samwise. And we're gonna subtlety it again. Or not. Which means we will Solitude instead. See if they want to sack a land here. Yeah, they do sack the land. And then they path my Solitude. Which I'm pretty okay with. It's pending the Birthing Ritual. And we just pass. Make them sack all their lands. Oh no, another Birthing Ritual. My only weakness. It's got Stormcrow aura. Kinda. I don't know if there's a reason to leave up double subtlety. Pitches to Force of Will. Pitches to all three elementals, in fact. Which is probably the best use case for this card. That's what I said too. I was like, nice. Then BSB donated to another meme name. Or gifted a sub to another meme name. Oh no, I meant to click Riddler. I clicked on the wrong blue card. Surely that'll cost us this game. Right? blowing up their food out of anger. Is anger legal? No, it's not. I think Wonder's the only legal one. Is that right? Either way, congrats, believers. I'm pretty sure Wonder's the only modern legal one, if I remember correctly. I'm rich.
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.